In this video, I'm taking a look at a outdoor 360-degree security camera. Check out a couple of images that'll give you some more details, and then we'll take a closer look and talk a little bit about this and check out a quick demo. I've got another camera from this brand and it works quite well. It does not have the capabilities this one does, so I'm pretty excited to have the option to get my hands on this. So overall, pretty nice. One of my favorite aspects is it works with the Toya Smart app. You can also use Smart Life, they're made by the same people, but it just means one less app to have to deal with because I've already got that app for almost every other smart home device I own, which is really nice. So you do have a support card, email, you have a user manual, multi-language, you have some anchors and screws for mounting purposes, you have a very small screwdriver included, you have your camera here, take a look at that in a second. You have a plug, so you can actually utilize the USB that it is equipped with if you have the option to do so, or plug it into the wall with the USB adapter. So 1080p, two-way communication, 360-degree rotation, night vision. It works with another favorite thing I like is it works with your home assistant, so you can actually pull the video feed up right from a screened Amazon Echo device, for example, which is what I use. The cord is pretty long, and again, USB flat. That's going to make it easier when you had to fish it through narrow passages in the event you're trying to run the cable and keep things looking nice and neat. So that's cool. Of course, it's water resistant. You don't have to worry about that. And it has an external antenna that is removable in the event you want to do so. You have motion tracking, motion detection. If you want to share it with a family member, you could do so. You can also flip the camera depending upon what the orientation is as far as mounting goes. But as you can see, blue LED here, and if it were dark, this entire ring has the IR LEDs, the infrared for night vision. There is a rubber cover. It's actually inside of the housing opposite the bottom here right now, and underneath there is going to be a micro SD card slot, and I'm using a 32 gig SD card, and that's not included. And then there's also a reset switch. Getting this connected to your network, basically once you open up the Toya Smart Life app, hit the plus sign and follow whatever prompts are necessary. The only thing you need to do really is choose the camera option as far as the devices and smart camera, Wi-Fi, and there's a QR code once it enters into its pairing mode, which will generally happen when you first plug it in. If it doesn't, you can just push the reset or hold down the reset button for a few seconds. You'll hear the sounds. The app walks you through pretty well for almost every camera I've ever used, so I don't foresee that being a big issue. It actually is quite loud as far as the volume goes. There's too much feedback to really do an example right now on that because of the proximity of my phone to the actual camera. But if I show you, I've just named it 360 cam. Right now you can just see it's in night vision mode with the power plugs. And you have screenshot, speak, record, playback, cloud storage, and direction. Obviously direction is really cool because kind of like a PTZ, point tilt zoom, you have the option to move the camera around so you can view a larger area without having to have multiple cameras. 1080p, of course, nice HD resolution. And if I hit the little edit or pencil type icon at the top, I've got my information. I've got third-party support such as Google and Amazon Echo. You have basic functionality, which includes flipping the screen, the talk mode, so you can have push to talk, and it's detecting motion. So you can either have it push to talk, or you can just have it where you had to hold down. And you have detection settings, of course, low, medium, and high for the alarm sensitivity. Motion and tracking are both options. You can set schedule so it'll automatically arm itself at certain times, disarm at certain times. You have storage settings, and I have the ability to do loop recording or all the time recording. I just usually do loop on event. I meant to say you have event recording or full-time recording just all the time, which is a nice option. Not all cameras have that. But you also have a loop recording option, which means when the card becomes full to just keep overwriting it, so you don't have to worry about emptying the card and everything. And you can, of course, view from your phone, or you can take the SD card out and stick it into a card reader or what have you and read it that way. You can get a automatic update for the device firmware and an offline notification in case you want to know if the camera's offline or not, which is a nice option. And again, you can share the device. That's pretty much everything in the actual settings, pretty much everything there is. If I go full screen, you can see, and if I turn this, we've got a motion detection alert. So you can see the motion detection alert in the drop down shade. And if I go back into the app, so you can kind of see a little bit there. And if I do this, I don't know how dramatic you can see, but it will slowly move. And it's fairly quiet when doing so. You can also zoom in by pinching. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, I just figured it'd be a lot easier to show you this outside of a mounted location. I need to get access to a ladder and other things in order to mount it. But yeah, I just wanted to give you kind of a quick overview real quickly outside of it being mounted, so that way you'd be able to more easily see some of the aspects of the actual camera. You've got your USB, your flat cable. You also can, instead of just using wireless, you can wire it in with Ethernet if you so choose, which is pretty cool. There's a little cutout right there for routing your cable, so it's a nice flush mount. There's 3 screw holes, so it should be nice and secure. It's got a pretty decent amount of weight to it, though it's not so heavy that it's probably not going to be a real problem for anyone. And that's pretty much just a quick overview. I'll go ahead and get this mounted up, and we'll take a look at it actually in action. I just wanted to speak with you about it real quickly outside of that, so that I can give you a little better detail and show you things a little better. So anyway, that's it. If you want to find out more, you can check out the link below. Otherwise, we'll just check out a quick couple videos, or I don't know how many, but we'll check out a little video demonstration, testing, motion tracking, motion sensing aspects, and just see kind of how that all works out, and kind of let the camera speak for itself. At that point, if I observe any problems, I'll add those below the video. Otherwise, it seems to be fine so far. And again, thanks for watching.